We've been sitting in silence for 30 minutes.
We've been having problems with our connection, even the 3G. So,
Bummer.
is leading the class. Okay, so I'll give him this space.
Hi, back.
Hello.
Today's call, we are going to look at the developers. Hello. So today's call, we're looking at the developers' priority. From this end, we have Anthony, Boniface, Eli, and Emmanuel. I see back. Who else? Sarah.
Sarah's here.
Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
So we'll discuss the various items that are on our plate, starting with the I-Albio. The oncology module. We discussed the oncology module with Augustine. Basically, I do not have the rights to, ideally we were to upload this module to production, but I do not have the rights. I discussed this with Augustine, and he's supposed to lead the process. He created the accounts for people who are supposed to test this module on the test server. And then he expects that these people will be testing it tomorrow. And then probably by end of tomorrow is when that will be put into production. So once they test and they find out any other things, then probably I'll work with the team to troubleshoot and resolve any issue arising from the module. The next thing I'm working on is we just go like this. So this we are finished. So maybe I'll just finish what I'm working on. The next item that I'm working on is I'm looking at the PCS errors. Basically, PCS data is sent through mass to production. So it goes into a folder or a directory into production. But what happens is when these messages gets into production, they stop. The messages cannot be processed. And I've been doing a bit of analysis. One of the things that is there is the concept that were defined, but I'm not sure why they are not being processed, because when I look at the module, I see some tests were done using those concepts. But at this point, what is happening is a provider resolution, whereby when I look at the code, how the process defined on how to identify a provider for an encounter from the MSH, from the PVI segment, that is not working, and I would attribute this probably to the changes in the way providers get resolved. So that's what I'm working on. Although I was getting different errors going forward, I've been resolving different errors. For now, I'm working on that and that of allocation. But also I read through the module, it seems that PCS data is supposed to be headless. That means they are not supposed to be encounters. When you're adding observations through PCS, you don't add any encounters. So I am going through that. So far, the last error that I was getting before I came to this call was that of the location. In addition to that, is the other item that I'm working on is today I was informed that all the HL7 messages in production since yesterday, they are going into error queue. So I've also investigated that, and I realized the OBR segment of the message is not properly formatted. That means there are no concepts. There's normally a concept, like a mother concept on the OBR segment, like ideally is 1228 or something. That's the observation concept. So in the HL7 that are coming in, all of them are null. So I don't know what has happened, but that I think happened yesterday. So today I saw that. So I'm trying to figure out why that is happening.
So, Alfio, that seems strange because in Mirth we put a template for all the HL7 messages, and it contains that OBR segment. So it's static. It's not like there's a program adding it. It's just found it. Unless something has changed that template, it should be in there. So maybe you and I could help you with that one. The previous one, I don't really follow the problem because you're saying that you're having problems with locations and providers, but have a location or provider.
That is for PCS. When you try to process that message, I was going through the errors. The first thing that it fails is to find the pass. It's trying to pass a provider, a person. That is normally in the PVI segment, the PCS module looks for a provider on that, and then it creates a person. Then that person is there is a lookup that is supposed to happen, whereby you get that person, then you use that to initialize the encounter, which I'm not also, I couldn't understand why, and yet I was told, looking at the comments, it's supposed not to have the encounters because they are supposed to be headless.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm not following. I don't want an encounter for every lab test that comes in, unless we're encounter or something. And if that's, traditionally we've just created obs for them, and so I don't know what problem's trying to be solved. We're kind of going in circles because it's like, well, the provider and the location are broken, but yet we don't need a provider or a location.
Yeah. Basically, when you look at there is in the PCS module, there is a section that converts the PVI segment to PD1. I could say PV1 segment to PD1. When that is converted, it has a location. It has a kind of a location. So I was just looking at when you look at the PV.
It adds a location, just a random location or an unknown location or something.
Yeah, it kind of transforms the PV1 segment into a PD1 segment. This PD1 segment is formatted based on the code that is there. First is they split the PV1 segment using a pipe. Then they pick like the 7th item as the location, as the provider, I think, and maybe the 6th item or third item as the location. So what I was trying to do is now, because these items were not being found and they were null, and if I look at the message, they are null, I just try to resolve this. First, I'll just put like a fixed value for allocation and a provider. When I put the fixed value for a provider, and then it moves to a location. So I try to put a fixed value for the allocation. But I would say we would not probably need this information. But it has been, there is a code that is converting this.
So you're saying that we are sending from the EID system or from the PCS system, they are sending a PV1 that has a location and a provider?
That is, we have two. One, when you use the EID, there are two types of messages that I've seen. One is the EID message that doesn't have the PV1 segment, so it doesn't have the provider.
Okay.
Then the second message is the one that is the PCS, because I think PCS Lab
Okay.
Plus. So that one has a PV1 segment, which gets to
So that one
transform.
does have the visit. Okay.
Yeah.
So PV1 is patient visit, and that basically corresponds to our encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, so PCS does include that, and you're saying that those messages are coming through with from PCS with a provider and location, but
Yes.
the code is creating
The code cannot interpret it correctly. It cannot find it.
Huh. Okay. Which tickets are these?
That is, I think we need to create another ticket because I think we've been using data 9 for a long time. Because I was just from the time of when we were trying to troubleshoot the data not coming into MLS, where we had math not able to send the text file from to production, and then that one we solved. But now this one is still related. So I don't know, maybe we should create a different ticket for what we did for getting math data into production. Then we create another one for processing. We haven't created any other. We're just using one.
Yeah, that's not that. So let's. All right, I'll email you on the Ampath Dev list, and maybe we can sort out the specific. Ideally, we want a ticket for each specific problem we're trying to solve. Have a real clarity on exactly what we're trying to fix. It sounds like one of the problems is that PV1, the provider and location in the PV1 segment of PCS messages is not getting through to AMRS. That's from what I hear from you. Hello?
Anto, kuja tu tupitie na wewe mimi niandike mimi niende. Hata hakuna kitu nafanya.
Cancel hiyo kitu.
Hi, back. Are you there?
So, hii ni RT register.
Yes.
Hii ni 225, si ndio? Si ni 225. So kuna vile ulikuwa unasema na compile. Kuna vitu ngapi unafanya hapo kama to do it? Ya kufix.
It's we'll added some code. And now something is not compiling. I haven't looked at that. I think I'll do that tomorrow. So just to ensure that the code in the master branch compiles successfully. Two, discuss with Alfaya on how to integrate the JS code into MRS reports.
In fact, you have to add that, which is even more urgent. Because
is it part of 361B?
Oh,
It's not part of this ticket, it's a different issue. Before to interpretation. So one thing.
hiyo ni MRS reports.
Okay. To
Because
discuss.
hakuna ticket here. Actually, not really discussing. We can say we can just do it together.
So siwache niweke ilikuwa another project yenye nataka ticket. So unasema
Integrate JS code.
Hi, back. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, we lost you, but if you are able to log into, I don't know whether you have the rights, but if you logged into production and then you check the HL7 hierarchy, you'll just see what I was talking about.
When the AMRES server was moved, I don't think my account was preserved. I don't have an account.
Yeah. So what would be your? But you've said probably could work together. I would probably send you the current. So you maybe you could show me where on the math server where the OBR segments gets created. I don't know.
by when?
Yeah.
Okay, so today we'll work on that. So maybe we just finish up the call, then I don't know whether you'll have some time after this call immediately or when you would help me do that. Would you have time after the call or you're going to another meeting?
No, I have time after this call.
Okay, thank you.
Solve that.
So the next item on the items, we will look at the item. The next project we are handling is the dashboard related to work for POC, and that is Anthony is working on that. There is a code that is supposed to integrate into the reporting in the MRS reports module that will be creating the scratch tables to be used for creating these dashboards. Maybe Anton will just explain.
It's not really dashboard related, but what we discussed with Jonathan and Eva was that if we can help reporting team have tables that they can directly query to have their reports, it would be good. So because JJ already has the queries that can be used to create and manage the scratch tables, it was our idea that they get integrated with MRS reports module, so that when the module is deployed, those tables are also created and managed. Because reporting team said that they can now use the reporting module to just upload templates and add indicators that they would want to be on the reports. So our main role was just to help to create the scratch tables and maintain them with relevant data. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think so. But the idea is to create data kind of reporting tables within AMRS so that the reporting tools can access them.
Yes.
Okay. Because ultimately, I think that it would, yeah, to the extent we can leverage the existing reporting framework, that's good. In the long run, I think we're probably going to want to also move some data into a data warehouse,
Okay.
so that people can work with whatever tools they please against the data.
Yeah, I think that was just a short-term solution because
Yeah.
Jonathan had he used to create the tables independently, but then managing them and ensuring that when decentralization is started, it will be a big problem creating and maintaining the tables. So we just thought of adding his code into MRS reports. That was the idea.
Okay.
No, it cannot say. That's what I'm saying. You may change something on screen configuration that is now making the query run faster. Before ungeweka hivi unaacha unaenda lunch unarudi mpaka the following day
Ulikuwa umeanza vizuri, ulikuwa umeniambia.
So
The next item Anthony is working on is the patient matching module.
we Odawa reported that they can no longer use patient matching module. So when I had a look at the module, we realized that it could not save matching strategy. Unfortunately, the code that is running in production and on test server is version 1.24, but the code we could access was 1.25 snapshot. Now, looking at the codes, we realized that nothing was changed. So we just cloned the 1.25 snapshot and started debugging. Win and I worked together to ensure that the module started, but on saving a matching strategy, the process could take too long. And today I changed something in my scale configuration file, and it could the query could now run faster, but then it's still returning an exception. It cannot still save, and that is what I was to look at.
Which ticket is that?
I created one yesterday. It's MRS 227. MRS 227. I'm confirming. I'm not very sure. MRS.
It's slow to load on this side, but it looks like something like test obs first.
No. I'm trying to access Jira. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, it's 277, not 227. It's MRS 277.
Okay. Yeah, internet access low.
I'll post the current exception, because this one, the one that I posted here, was resolved. Then I think we can work together with Alfio to make sure that it's sorted by Friday, if possible.
Yes, back, I think you understand. Anthony will be, I think the last working day will be Friday. So we'll have to work with him tomorrow and Friday. One, to ensure it is sorted, or at least to understand the progress he has made. And also we understand he's been doing much of the reporting stuff. So we'll be taking time to help him take us through the process, what he's been doing, so that as he leaves, we have at least someone who can work on those tasks.
Okay. So Anthony has a holiday or a leave.
Yes, he has a holiday, but after the holiday, he'll be joining iTech, so he'll not be coming back to our team.
No. No.
It was an accident.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but anyways, growth.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's good for Anthony. I'm sorry to hear that he's leaving. So that will leave the developer team, Alfio and Ellie and Win and Willa and
Back.
and Burke.
Yeah, I'm adding you officially.
Pretty soon, I feel like it might just be me.
only Mzee, the kids have gone away. That's what happened. At home, the kids leave the Mzee.
Yeah. So that is it. Any other items? Any questions from you back?
No, not right now. I hope we can get something. I've been trying to open up Mirth. The connection right now between here and Kenya seems to be extremely slow.
Okay.
Yeah, there are issues with the our internet service provider. Thomas just told me that. I think they're looking at something.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't seen it this slow in a long time.
Yeah, there's an issue that is being looked into.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope Thomas shares the message to the larger group, because I told him to do that so that people would know what to expect.
Okay. Then maybe on the AOB, I'll ask back. During our Monday meeting, when we were discussing the issue of Wheeler, and the team felt at least they would send someone to Tanzania if we knew the arrangement. So we wanted to know whether you have any idea of what is happening, whether there is a few.
No, I haven't heard. He would have just arrived He would have arrived Sunday night, I think. I haven't heard anything. I can ask around here and see if anyone's heard anything.
Yeah, because if we knew if we knew the burial date, then probably would send someone else willing to go and just attend.
That's very kind. That's very kind. I'll try to find out.
Okay, thank you. Then maybe we are done for today's call. I'll log into Math. Probably could give me some guidelines.
Yeah, I think the only hope would be maybe with the Google Hangout or something, having you share your screen or something, because I'm not able to, or maybe a Skype session with you sharing your screen, because I can't even get connected to Mirth, much less load a ticket.
Okay. Oh, Anthony has something to say?
Actually, I just wanted to take this opportunity to sincerely thank all of you for the support we've had, and I'm just happy that we'll still be part of the same community, KNMRS. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you, Anthony. You'll be missed. Hopefully not gone forever, because my hope is that the work at Ampath and the work at iTech will get closer and closer. And speaking of which, hopefully you saw the email that tomorrow our OpenMRS Developers Forum is about the topic is OpenMRS in Kenya.
Yes.
And my hope is that there'll be folks from Ampath as well as folks from iTech joining the call to share the work they're doing around OpenMRS.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know if we can plan to, if the developers will be available, we can use whatever bundles they have just immediately after the call there to join using one laptop, so that you don't have to go to different rooms to do that. So I don't know if Alfayo or Anthony can...
Yeah, we'll hope that the internet is kinder tomorrow.
Yeah, the internet won't be kind. I'm suggesting we just have a backup of using the bundles.
Yes, what do you mean by bundles and internet?
We can contribute some bundles to one modem so that we all participate using one laptop. Like your laptop. Your laptop doesn't have issues.
I'll miss
it. I nominate Anthony's bundle.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Good friend.
Bye.
All right, you guys take care.
You take care too, Bob. Bye.
Alfayo, do you want to try to hook up on Skype?
Yeah.
Do I have you in Skype?
Okay, it's okay.
I don't think I have you as in my Skype contacts. What's your Skype username?
Sorry?
What's your Skype username?
Ojuang, that's mine.
No, Alfayo.
Alfayo, what's your... Let me check it here and send it to you. Alfayo. Alfayo, you use G7 and stuff?
There's a lot of Alfayos in the world of Skype.
Oh, it's Equatuha. Let me just type it here. Equatuha.
Quatuha Alfayo? Equatuha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I put in a contact request via Skype, so you'll be able to reach me.
Okay,
Right.
Alfayo, I think you can check with your Skype now.
Okay. Sawasai, you take care, Anthony. Hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.